Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. We are going to be taking advantage of the resources that are on this planet today. Now, one of the things that we have is we are very short on iron resources at our home planet, and we're about to solve that problem. And that is going to come in from the fact that we're going to take these iron veins and we're going to start shipping them off planet. So the way we're going to do this, pretty much, we're going to come in here and we're going to drop a number of miners down. We're going to try to cover a number of nodes with each one of them, but just drop a whole bunch of them in here to mine the resources out. We will rotate this thing around. I'm not going to try to be perfect with it, but I will try to get much coverage as I can. Now, I don't have a good coverage over there, so and I'm actually not even going to try. I'm just going to try to make sure I cover all of the nodes. If I can cover all the nodes without that, I can't. I'm going to have to fill in a little bit. But I'm only going to fill in here just enough because it takes so much of my soil pile. I don't want to fill in much, but I had to fill in more than I wanted to. So, well, it is what it is. So that'll come out there. We can come in here. Let's see. Need foundation support. That's covered all of them. Might be better ways to cover some of that. Could get another one in there if I wasn't so close, but I think I'm going to save my soil pile. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring out some of our belts. We'll bring these out here. We're going to just bring all of them out. Okay, so we've got lots of belts to build things with, and what we're going to do, not surprising, we are going to come to our transport thing here, and we also need to bring out, we'll just bring out 20 of those and put 10 of them back for now. And then we need some of these, putting some of those back, and we'll bring out some of these and put some of them back. There we go. Now we got things out here. Get us started. So, back to this. We want to do an interstellar logistics station. And really, since I'm not going to be doing manufacturing on this planet, the only thing I really care about is just setting this right here. Now that thing will go in there. And now we take our belts, and I'm going to pretty much just use green belts for everything. I'm going to bring this in here, bring this over to here, and that in there. Bring that in there. Bring that there. Now these two, I could bring that in like that. Let's see what that looks like. I don't like the way that looks. So, nope. Let's cut that off. Cut that off. Alright. And what I'll do is bring this down one further. Like that. And then we'll bring this into here. Then we'll repeat this process over here with these two. Let's do... that wasn't what I wanted. Flip the whole path. Hopefully that's running the correct way now. And what we'll do is bring this out here. Bring it over to... Don't you do that to me. And put that in there like that. And that one comes in there like that. And that is all of this. So what we now need is power poles. And I do have a whole bunch of power poles. So we will bring this right over here, drop it there. That is too far for a single power pole, so we'll put another one in there. And then it doesn't want to come all the way there, so we'll put one there, one here, and one there. That'll cover everything. We are now harvesting iron, and what we will do is we will put iron ore in there. We will put 10 of those things in there. That is a remote supply. That is a local, and this will be local demand. So if I put up any or any planetary logistics systems, they'll be brought to here. Now I'm not going to put any drones. If I put any up that I want to be brought here, I'll put drones in that one. We're just going to save our drones. This will be interplanetary drones. So anybody asking for iron, this will ship it out. Now we do want the minimum load of vessels to be full. We'll put 50% on that. And then as far as the work things, we need a whole bunch of things. Now what I don't have is a whole lot of warpers, and we're going to have to get warpers to come in here. So what I'm going to do is come here, and we will request space warpers here. Now I certainly don't want that many of them. We'll just ask for 100, and this should be remote demand and local supply. Alright, so that's what we'll do, and that will give them the range to go home. I don't have that set up yet, so that'll be something I have to set up when I go back to home planet. But so that's the first one. Now let's just move right on over. Let's go find the next iron. Right now we're going to focus on iron veins. What we can do with iron. Now these iron veins, why is all the iron veins sitting right up against a lava thing? Well, it is what it is. We're going to have to do some filling in on that, so I can harvest it. There we go. And it's actually kind of hard to see, isn't it? We'll bring this in here. There's only 6 veins here, so I'm probably only going to put... It's only 500,000. So what I'm going to do is just cover all 6 veins from both directions, like that. And then what I will do is, this is where one of those places we'll use a planetary logistics system. And a few of those drones. So we will then grab these, put these in here. And we just got... I didn't notice what it was. Let's go look at my research and see what it was we got. I'm actually curious. Was it mechanical frame 5? We move at 1+1 speed? Might have been. Okay. With that, we are continuing to improve our mecha. That's very good. So let's see. Planetary logistics system. What I really want to do is be able, it needs foundation support. So I can't put it in there, which is where I'd really like to put it. So what I will instead do is put it right here. And we will take a belt. It's only 6, so I only need the yellow belts. And we will run this out to here, run this over to here. Why do you not want to go in there? Collide with other object. Well, fine. Go in whichever one you want to go into. We will do iron ore. It will be a supply, and we really won't need very many drones, since we've only got 2 of these things. Let's see. There's 100. There's really probably only need 10. I'm just going to put 10 in here. Conserving my resources at the moment. Minimum load, I want it to do still like to do 50% min load, and that's probably minimum load on that is probably fine as well. Now we need power over here. We're not that far away, but we're going to have to use these power poles, I think, to get it to jump, because it's, yeah, we will. But then I can jump to this power pole here. Alright. Very good. And then let's see. That'll cover that whole thing. That is the next set of iron. And that's sitting out there. Now this is silicon and titanium right here. So, and I think we're just going to go ahead and do both of these while we're here. We can probably send them out through the same planetary or interplanetary logistics system. This is on one of the lines where we'd also be putting some power cells, so I will have to consider that as I'm doing this. Let's of course, one of these things is way off over here by itself. This is not a ton of silicon, but we're going to get it. So this is part of the harvesting process. Let's see, needs foundation support. Of course you do. Alright, need to go a little bit further with that. Alright. Will you go in there now? Thank you. So there's only 8 of these things here. So I'll put 2 there. We'll rotate and come over to here. So we'll end up mining this out pretty quickly. Let's see, I got that 6 there. And the 4 there. Okay. So I've got my miners in there now. And what we'll do, I almost think I should just take the belts over there to that planetary logistics system. But I think what I'm going to do, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put an interplanetary right here. That way I can put the titanium in there as well. So we'll put the interplanetary right there. And zoom in a little bit around. And we should be able to run this right here into there. That into there. Then we'll come over here and grab this one. Come out and over. Now I need one that comes down there. That'll work. There we go. And there we go. Now we just need power to it. And once again, we will grab the longer range power pole. See how far that'll stretch. Well, that stretches a long way. We can put it there. Here. Here and here. And there is my silicon. Now we'll just do the titanium. And then we'll have to set the tower up. So there's nearly 2 million titanium here. So getting quite a few of these miners in here is going to be a good thing. There we go. Alright. Now with that in here, let's see if we can get all these things hooked up. Okay. Bring that here. That to there. We should be able to bring all 3 of these in on the same belt. Like that. And then we need to get these around here, in there. This one should be able to, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but it worked. Okay, that should work there. And then we'll let this just come down through here. That joins in there. And then this, let's see, is what we want to do. And tell me the port is occupied. It is not occupied. Okay. Now with that, that's going to be the titanium, and we can hook the power up on the titanium. Then start the process here. We'll put one there. Put one there. Let's see what all that covers. Oh, that got it all covered. Nice. Okay, and this is Interstellar, so we are going to need warpers in this slot, and we want 100 of them, and that should be remote demand. And then in this slot, we want silicon ore, and in this slot, we want titanium ore. So this planet, that's good. Now we've got a pretty good lava lake here, so let's see about getting some sulfur. Since we're close by, and we've got, looks like what appears to be quite a bit of it. Let's see if we can rotate this around. Feed liquid sources. That looks like liquid sources to me. Okay, I thought lava would do this. Maybe I'm wrong. Sulfur. Sulfuric acid ocean. That might be a different thing. Okay, well, that being the case, that's, let me see. Let's look at our star map. Was one of the other planets sulfuric acid ocean? Kind of ocean type. Ocean type is ice. Ocean type is water. Ocean type is none. There is none. Ocean type here is lava. I guess sulfuric acid and lava are two different things. It's okay. Light-footed. We're at 12 meters per second. We can run faster. Very good. Okay. Well, I was hoping to get sulfur here, but that's okay. We're not. We'll find sulfur now that we can get off planet and do things. We'll take advantage of that and get some stuff here. Now we could put a bunch of belts down, but it's not the way we're doing things here. We are simply going to come in here and put us a planetary logistics system right there. That's might be too close. Okay. Probably should have put my miners down first. There's only 552,000 here, so what I'm going to do is try to get... There's 6 there. Collide with another object. I can only get 5 there. Got 5 there. 6 there. Okay. Well, yeah, it's a little too close. And guess what? It's okay. We'll use the yellow belts because that's all we need. Not grabbing more than 6 out of any one of those. This can come out to here and should go right in there. And I should be able to pull this down to here and just run it right in there. Okay. So that's going to be stone. Now there is an interesting question. With stone, I can make glass or stone bricks, depending on which one I need. Titanium, I can only make titanium, so I might want to rethink what I did with the titanium and make it here, because I turned 2 of those into 1 sheet. The transportation cost go down to do that. Copper's 1-for-1, so it doesn't matter. We can ship it back. Although the only thing to be made from copper, well, no, you can make 2 things: circuit boards or magnetic coils. But they both require these copper ingots. So the only thing to make with the raw copper is the copper things. Now this iron can be made 2 things out of it. So we need to ship the raw iron back unless we're using it to make the magnetic coils. But the titanium, should rethink that one. This is made with coal, and coal can then be turned into energized, then it can be turned into diamonds. But this can also be made from kimberlite, which we saw on one of the other planets. Some of the kimberlite, that's one of the alternatives of things that can be there. The silicon gems, the crystal silicon, can be made from the fractals, which that's kind of good to know. At any rate, the stone can be made into 2 things, so we will be shipping it back. We'll put one of those there. And bring that in there. And then that should cover everything. Oh, it didn't. Wonderful. Okay, stone. Now this, we will take the stone. This will be a supply. We want to drop in 10 drones. Minimum load of the drones 50%. Everything else should be good. That's a supply. Okay, and then with that, we want to go right over here. And we want to put stone here. This is going to be remote supply, remote supply, remote supply, local demand. This should be local demand as well, honestly. If it's out there locally being produced, we want to put that in there. Let's go back to where we were doing our iron and our copper as well. Let's zoom out. There's our iron. That's a supply. Let's see, this is a local demand remote supply. Okay. And I skipped the copper as I went by it because I wasn't ready to do anything with it. We will probably not skip the next copper. Let's go over here. 500,000, or a little over 500,000 silicon. Stone and iron, 2 million, 2 million. Now let's see, since we've got iron and stone here, and roughly equal amounts, this might be a really good spot to just build a little plant. We've got stone here, so let's see what we can do. If I look at my blueprints, and if I look at mid-game blueprints, I'm going to be not finding what I want. Early mid-game, this will be what I want. Coals, 12 per second. And 12 per second coals requires 12 magnets per second and 6 copper bars per second. So I can do the copper bars. I can do 12 copper bars per second. It takes 12, or I probably do multiple of those. I would also like to do the proliferator, and I don't know if there's any coal on this planet, but I would certainly like to be making proliferator to do this with, and maximizing what I get out of it. So that would require 6, this requires 6 coal, this requires 6 coal and 6 diamonds. So I have to take coal, then make diamonds, and then make more coal. So I need, and then I can make the proliferator spray and make the stuff that I want, and then I could do the coals per second and all that. I do not know if there's any coal on this planet, but I suspect there probably is a little bit. Let's see. Might not be. Oh, easy way to look. There's 337,000. That is enough to make proliferator stuff. So I do want some of the stuff to be made into magnetic rings, and I think I can also make silicon circuits. I could produce a bunch of those and send them back, along with the iron ore that I'm making to send back. The different things there. So if I'm doing these, that would be 2 iron. That's it's 1 to 1, but it's every 1.5 seconds. But that's 1 to 1, so it's 2 iron, and that is 1 copper. So 2 iron and 1 copper to make 2 of those. So 3 gives me 2. That's a reduction. That's a good thing to do here. The circuit boards are also the same ratio, same copper, but I need twice as much to make those 2 items. I need twice as much iron as I have copper, so I would need to do double the number of copper, double the amount of iron as I have copper coming in order to make those. Not a bad thing, but we should probably go grab all of the silicon that I could do, and then I could do the energized graphite stuff. That would be smart money. Or I could just harvest everything and send it back somewhere else and make it all somewhere else. But when I can do a 3 for 2 reduction, it seems like that might be a good thing to do. Okay, with that, let's just keep working on it. This is going to be something that we work on for a bit of time. Can't seem to do anything with this oceans, so I think I was assuming it was lava, so I'm remembering incorrectly. I need to find a place that has sulfuric acid oceans. We'll go find one of those. Still think building a plant here is the right thing to do. But this right here is titanium, so let's see what I can do here is I can come in here and let's take my blueprint. Early mid-game, titanium. So this right here requires, it's going to build, it takes 12 per second titanium ore, and it builds 6 per second titanium bars. So let's put, so there's the titanium, and there's the ore that's coming in here. So what I want to do is go down here and put one of these, come up here, put a second one, and drop a third one. We'll just drop 3 of these. Let's let all these things build in. We'll definitely need to put some other things out here so that it'll fill them in. And of course there's no power, so it will complain about the power until I get power. I don't need any buffers. I'm probably not going to run any. I'll probably remove all the buffers. That was for kind of early mid-game at this point. I am fine without the buffers. because I'm going to be putting it into planetary logistics systems. And this is going to be producing 18 titanium bars per second. So I have to feed this, each one of these. I need 12 going in. I don't know if I have enough to feed that. There's only 1.3 titanium here, and thinking about it, that's overbuilt. I probably don't need but 2 of those. I need 4 miners to feed 1. So I've got to get 8 miners in here in order to feed 2 of them. And each miner has to cover 6. Might have a hard time pulling this off. Let's see. I got that one. The second one. That is the third one. See, now it's not going to be enough. That's only getting 5. That's 7, so that will fill up. Does it really take? It takes 2 per belt at this number. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's just no way to get 6 covered on this one, is there? I can get 6, but I can't get it in there. I'm going to need more drones. Control 10 or more construction drones. Awesome. We're happy about that, for sure. So with this being the case, not being able to get that in there, I can only get 4. That's going to be the most I can get. So it's not going to run at 100%. I've actually got that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll just run one of these. I'm just rethinking my thing. Even though I know it's overfed, I could feed a little bit more. I'll feed the extra titanium through and just run it out as raw titanium. It can be used somewhere else, and that will be my plan, is to run all this onto a single belt. A little bit more, then it'll go on a belt, and that'll be okay. That's the way we'll run this. So we'll take some of this apart. The wonderful race capability of Dyson Sphere. I like the fact that they think about the fact that you're going to change your mind, or that you're going to redesign things and want to pick it up. So, all right, we want green belt to come right in here and connect right up there. We will, and we're just going to do all of this with our green belts. Let's see what we have over here. And that joins in. And that joins in like that right there. Not elegant, but it will work. Okay, and with that being the case, we need some power transmission over here. So let's see, that's about as far as I can go there. And that's about as far as that one will go. And that should hook up the power. And then we will bring these in over here. Let's see if that misses anything. It does. So we'll bring one more over there. And now we have titanium being produced. But what we'll do is we'll just let that run through, and then we will put this into a planetary logistics system sitting right there. I believe it's only doing 3 per second or 6 per second, so it really didn't need a green belt there. That was one of the design mistakes I made putting this together, and I don't like where that's sitting. So I'm going to be a perfectionist and move that. I want that right there. Yep, very good. Okay, right here we want titanium bars. This will be a supply. Oh, I could bring the titanium I'm bringing in from other places and run it out here and build another section right here going the other direction. There's an interesting concept. Let's see if I was to. There's a. Oh, that's a meridian even. Ooh. I could use another design. This highlights the fact that I could use. I'm at a point where I could use another design, and with the titanium, could do some other things. Titanium alloy requires sulfur, I believe. So, yep, it requires sulfur and titanium bars and steel bars. But we will be doing more of this, so we could certainly do something like that and produce more of those. So let's put some. Oops. Before we end here, we want to put some of those in here, and we're only going to put 10 drones in. This is kind of going back to the same thing. We're here on a local planet. I think 10 drones will be enough. If we monitor it and we see that it's not enough, we will do something different. But for now, I think that will be enough. This will be a supply point in this planetary logistics system. Now, why is it not working? That is an interesting question, isn't it? Everything's coming out. It's because I don't have any sorters. Wonder what kind of sorters I need. There's some sorters. That seems to be the kind of sorters it wants, is the regular yellow ones or orange ones. And there we go. That is producing, I believe that's going to be 6 per second. I don't know, it's getting pretty full down here. Are these backing up? Let's see if these are backing up. They are not backing up. In fact, we're waiting on resources some. Certainly shouldn't be waiting on any resources. I just don't even want to have to think about it. What we are going to do is we're going to upgrade the belts. I will upgrade that belt all the way through. Alright. This is coming down through here. It's feeding. Can't even get that into the line. So we're definitely feeding a full belt of 12, splitting it up into 6. It should be running out and should be producing the 6 per second. So it takes 2 seconds, 2 items, and 2 seconds to produce. And so we are there, and yeah, it's not stopping, it's running. It is go back down to 0, but it gets one just as it needs it. We're good to go. Producing more titanium, and that's what we'll be doing with the titanium, is shipping it out of here. Now, I got drones running around for something. Alright, that'll be the end of this episode. We are continuing to set up mining on this planet. We've got a bunch of copper and stone here that we're going to grab next and send it off as well. I think we'll send the copper, the iron, and the stone out through a interplanetary just as it is. I don't know that here we're going to make anything with it. I'm thinking about that, and we'll decide before I come back. Thanks. Take care. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.